Blackstone Audio presents HMS Marlborough Will Enter Harbour, and other short stories by Nicholas Monsarrat. This book is read by Simon Vance. Forward. These three short stories, dealing with differing aspects of love in wartime, were written at intervals during the past 2 years. It was my original intention to publish the second one, Leave Cancelled, as a separate volume, but my publishers disagreed for reasons concerned in varying degrees with production difficulties and professional caution. I dare say they were right. I must, however, remark that Leave Cancelled, published as a separate novel in America, dodged in and out of the best-sellers lists for more than 6 months, sold 60,000 copies, and earned in a Midwestern journal the singular heading, Britain's Slave to Sex. This proves something, though I'm not sure what. N.M. Book 1. HMS Marlborough Will Enter Harbour. Chapter 1. The sloop Marlborough, 1,200 tons, complement 8 officers and 130 men, was torpedoed at dusk on the last day of 1942 while on independent passage from Iceland to the Clyde. She was on her way home for refit, and for the leave that went with it after a 14-month stretch of North Atlantic convoy escort with no break except for routine boiler cleaning. 3 weeks' leave to each watch. That had been the buzz going round the ship's company when they left Reykjavik after taking in the last convoy. But many of them never found out how much truth there was in that buzz, for the torpedo struck at the worst moment, with 2/3 of the ship's company having tea below decks, and when it exploded under the forward mess deck, at least 60 of them were killed outright. HMS Marlborough was an old ship, 17 years old, and she took the outrage as an old lady of breeding should. At the noise and jar of the explosion, a delicate shudder went all through her. Then, as her speed fell off, there was stillness, while she seemed to be making an effort to ignore the whole thing. And then, brought face to face with the fury of this mortal attack, gradually and disdainfully she conceded the victory. The deck plating of the forecastle buckled and sagged, pulled downwards by the weight of the anchors and cables. All this deck, indeed, crumpled as far as the 4-inch gun mounting, which toppled forwards until the gun muzzles were pointing foolishly to the sea. A big lurch tore loose many of the ammunition lockers and sent them cascading over the side, until the way of her 16...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?